most extensive repair here. The difficult part is that it takes a lot to get down to the digitizer, or the touch screen, as they call it. Okay, so again, you're going to do a full disassembly here. Okay, so probably actually shouldn't even have put these back, but whatever. You don't want to damage anything while you're repairing. Okay, so pop this bracket off again. Remember to disconnect the backup battery. Okay, I would take this out as well, just so it doesn't get smashed up. So be careful with this plastic bracket, because if you yank on it and it breaks, you're gonna lose your locking of your ribbon cable, and you'll have to tape it, because yeah, these are not really easy to replace, these plastic brackets. So I just kind of, again, take my skinny flathead and I kind of wedge it up. The plastic will get old and brittle, so again, be careful with it. Alright, so once that's out, you want to loosen up. If you're on a MC9090, you're going to have to pop off the antennas again with the pry tool. Okay, here's a handy part where you'll need your handy needle nose pliers. Take this ground wire out of the motherboard, grab the end, and plug it. Okay. Now you are going to have to pop off the keypad flex cable here. This is a power connector, so the way I do it, just get your two fingers, kind of grip underneath it, pop it straight back. Okay, now that that's off, you're going to take your pry tool once again, and you are going to start in the middle here. Okay, get in the middle there, begin to pry up. Remember, don't yank it, because you'll rip your antennas, possibly the ground wire. So once you get it pried up a little bit, you should be able to just wiggle it out from there. Okay, let's wiggle it straight up until it comes out. Boom, there you go. Again, don't yank it, because as you can see when I pulled up here, the existing digitizer is already connected. So from here, all you do is you're gonna slide this plastic clip down. So again, I'll start from the corner, okay? And then I'm not gonna take it off just because this is already a perfectly working digitizer. But all you do is this will slide down, and then you can release that cable, okay? Well, I guess I might as well show you guys. Kind of hard from this angle, but yeah, there you go. Again, be careful with this, because you don't want to break this plastic clip. Boom. Once it's there, this will slide right out. Boom. There you go. Okay. Then you take your top shell cover. All you got to do is you got to apply some force here, and this guy will eventually pop out. It's stuck on there pretty good. If you have to, take your pry tool again and kind of wiggle it up. Then, once you're done, you're going to take this, you peel off your adhesive, the sticky end goes down there. You got to be careful when you're kind of laying it down, because it does stick and it's hard to move it again, so try and get a good placement when you lay it down. You want to get it nice and even in there. And then once you do, simply just take your ribbon cable, and then you slide it back into there. Now the way I do this is kind of tricky, because it's hard to do it with your fingers, so just kind of get that there, and then you can take your flathead, and it'll take you the rest of the way. Okay. So just use your flathead to guide that in there. Then close your plastic bracket. Okay. So the tricky part is you don't want to smash your wires down when you're putting your screen back in. See how I'd be smashing those down? So again, what I do, take my flathead again. I forgot how often you use this little skinny flathead. Fish your wires out, okay? You want to push down a little bit, but then fish your wires out. Fish this wire out, the ground wire, and get them in between these little cracks, right where they're gonna go. See? That's in that crevice. This one's probably gonna sit right here. Boom, get in that crevice, and then get this one in that crevice. Boom. And then you can proceed to flush this down. Kind of goes together like Legos in a way. You can see the crevices match up. So you just want to match those up, and then just gently push it down. Boom, goes right in. Okay, reattach your antennas. Pretty straightforward. These little pins right here, pop on those little sockets right there. Okay. Let's get this in here. Boom, boom. Slide this guy back in, and we're just gonna reassemble this guy. Okay, take your power flex cable. You'll feel it when you pop it in there. Remember, don't force anything. It should just literally pop right in there. If you're having to force it, stop and reassess your position there. Alright, so then we're gonna put the bracket back on. Whoa, don't make this mistake. I do this all the time. I forgot to put the flex cable back in. And it's really hard to do it from here because there's a lot of parts in the way. So make sure you get your flex cable for the scan engine in first. CPU side goes to the CPU side, goes to the motherboard end. Okay, slide that in. Then you want to press the clip down like that. Now put the bracket back on. Boom, slide that in. Close your bracket, put your backup battery, plug it back in. Put all your 8 screws back in. Boom, boom. Getting close, tap triggers. Boom. Don't want to over tighten them. Nice and snug, good enough. Speaker goes on the far end again. Trigger goes over here. Again, if you're having trouble, feel free to use your flathead to press it down in there. Finally, let's get the ground wire back in. Boom. Down, slide back. And I generally like to put these on first because it pulls the pistol grip together and these holes will line up. So these screws will go in much easier. The last 2 screws. Boom, and there you go. Alright, so that's been it. I showed you how to replace a keyboard, a trigger, a digitizer, a scan engine, and a keyboard, trigger, scan engine, speaker, digitizer, oh, and pistol grip. That's it. Pretty straightforward. Really easy to do. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. But you should be good to go.